Are you ready to see how a battle between blockchain and brutal sports is shaking up the game? Today, we're diving headfirst into a wild new partnership that's turning heads and rewriting the playbook on digital sports entertainment. Imagine a world where cutting-edge blockchain technology meets a high-octane, internet-fueled sport. Well, that's exactly what's happening with Vechain and Dana White's 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗪. Now, in the next few minutes, we're going to break down how this partnership is not just a business deal, but a full-blown revolution. Whether you're a kind of crypto enthusiast, a die-hard sports fan, or someone who loves a good underdog story, stick around, because we're about to explore what might be, well, at least might just change the way that you think about sports and technology forever. So let's jump right into the details. Vechain, a well-known name in the blockchain world, has just signed on as a kind of title sponsor for 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗪, the slap fighting league that's been making waves online. Now you might be wondering, slap fighting, what's that about? Well, 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗪 is a raw and unfiltered as they come. It's a sport that doesn't shy away from being unconventional, and it's being built entirely on the internet, bypassing the old school TV deals that usually kind of box in sports. Now, and of course with Dana White, the man behind the UFC, and now 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗪 leading the charge, you know that this isn't your average partnership. Now, let's get into what makes this deal so electrifying, right? Vechain is stepping in as kind of both the official title sponsor and cryptocurrency partner for 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗪. That means starting with the kind of event, Vechain 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗪 12, scheduled for March 7th, 2025. Now, every major broadcast, promotional material, and even the kind of athletes' kits, will be splashed with Vechain's name and logo. This isn't just a sponsorship. It's a full-scale branding takeover that's designed to put Vechain in the spotlight and elevate 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗪's digital presence to a global level. So, why is this such a big deal? Well, to get straight to the point, right, Vechain isn't new to sports scene, right? Their journey began when they became the official blockchain partner for the UFC back in 2022. They took that experience, learned the ropes, and by 2024, they had launched 𝗕𝗓𝗪, a bold initiative aimed at driving tokenization and further blockchain adoption. With this deal, Vechain is reinforcing its presence in the combat sports, but in a way that's at least innovative, edgy, and perfectly tailored to the internet age. But let's take a moment to talk about the personalities behind this venture then, right? You've got Dana White isn't the one to kind of play by the rules, essentially, right? He's known for his no-nonsense approach, his kind of disdain for traditional TV deals, if you will, and his comments and his commitment, I should say, to keeping 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 digital first. Now, in his own words, he's not interested in the stuff that comes with conventional TV contracts, those pesky commercials and the heavy-handed control that comes from network partners. Instead, he's chosen a path that embraces the power of the internet. And with Vechain's involvement, he's betting that this digital-first strategy is the future of sports entertainment. So, the connection between blockchain and 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 might seem like an odd one at first glance, but after all, one is known for its kind of high-tech, decentralized nature, while the other one is all about raw physical competition. But here's the kicker, right? Both share a core kind of philosophy that's all about empowering the individual. Vechain's blockchain operates on the idea of decentralization, giving power to the people, while 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 is all about giving every fighter a chance to rise through the ranks purely on merit. It's kind of a match made in digital heaven. Now, Sunny Lu, the CEO of Vechain, has summed it up perfectly when he said, in 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪, everyone has the chance to rise to the top. But that's not just a tagline. It's kind of a promise of fairness and opportunity in an arena that's historically been dominated by big names and big money. But like any bold move, this partnership comes with its own set of challenges and questions. For one, there's an issue of skepticism here, right? Traditional sports fans and old school media have been pretty vocal about their doubts regarding unconventional sports like slap fighting. Critics argue that it's kind of a gimmick, a fad that might fade quickly, at least as quickly as it kind of emerged. They point to the fact that slap fighting isn't a sport that fits the traditional mold of kind of athletics and, strategy that comes, you might actually see with boxing or mixed martial arts, right? Yet the numbers speak for themselves. Since its inception, Power Slap has amassed over 22 million followers across various social platforms. With its constant ranking, racking up to kind of a mind-blowing 13 billion views. Now that's not something that you can easily dismiss as a passing trend. Now, let's talk about the kind of potential impact on Vechain's native cryptocurrency VET then. Right now, VET is trading, around that kind of 2.6, 2.7 cents, maybe a little bit lower, a kind of modest price point that might not immediately reflect the high stakes of this deal. However, the long-term vision here is that increased exposure through PowerSlap could drive adoption and boost interest in the token. It's a kind of a classic case of a partnership designed to create a win-win scenario. PowerSlap gets the technological edge and the financial muscle behind Vechain. And Vechain gets to ride the wave of PowerSlap's explosive digital growth. Think of it as kind of planting a seed in fertile ground. The growth might take a little time, but when it kicks off, it could change the entire landscape of digital sports and blockchain integration. Now, as we kind of dive deeper here, it's important to understand the broader context of this move. Right? In today's digital era, the way that we consume sports is evolving rapidly. Traditional TV broadcasts are slowly losing their grip on audiences, who now prefer streaming services, live online content, and interactive experiences. Dana White's strategy to kind of keep PowerSlap digital first isn't just a kind of quirky decision. It's a recognition of where the audience is heading. By partnering with Vechain, a company that's at the forefront of blockchain innovation, while PowerSlap is setting itself up not to just survive, but thrive in the digital future. It's kind of about breaking away from the old guard and embracing a new model of sports entertainment that's flexible, inclusive, and perfectly in tune with modern viewers' expectations. So imagine the scene. Thousands of viewers tuning in from all corners of the globe to watch a live PowerSlap event on YouTube. The energy is palatable, the anticipation is electric, and every slap, every cheer is amplified by the digital age. Now, with Vechain's branding integrated into the broadcast, every moment is not just about sport, at least about the sport, it's about the technology that's making it all possible. It's like watching a high-energy rock concert with every note, every beat is kind of a part of a larger symphony of innovation. And as the athletes kind of step into the ring, the digital clock starts ticking, not just on the match, but on the transformation of the entire industry. But the story doesn't end there. Not with these live events, right? Vechain's partnership with PowerSlap is expected to open doors to even more collaborations in the future. There's buzz about potential joint ventures with the UFC and even the UFC Foundation. Imagine a world where blockchain technology isn't just a kind of side note, but a core component of major sports organizations, revolutionizing everything from athlete management to fan engagement. That's the kind of ripple effect that this partnership could have. And it's why many in the tech and sport communities are watching it so closely. There's also a fascinating cultural shift at play here, right? In the past, sports sponsorships were largely about putting a logo on a jersey or kind of a billboard on the side of the stadium. Today, it's about embedding a brand into the very DNA of the event. Now, Vechain isn't just a sponsor. It's a partner in the trust, at least the kind of trusted scene, right? From athlete kits to promotional material, the Vechain brand is at least set to kind of become an integral kind of part of the PowerSlap experience, essentially. This deep integration is a testament to how brands are rethinking sponsorships in a kind of digital world where engagement isn't, measured in kind of seconds of airtime, but in millions of views, likes, shares, and comments across social media platforms. Now, let's take a moment to explore the human side of this partnership. Behind every headline and press release are real people who are, of course, taking a leap into uncharted territory. Dana White, known for his kind of brash and unapologetic style, is putting everything on the line to make 𝗕𝗪𝗪 a household name. He's betting on the idea that the internet can elevate a sport that, on paper, might seem too out there. And then there's Sunny Liu, steering Vechain into new territory with a kind of vision that goes beyond traditional finance. Both of these leaders are visionaries in their own right, and their collaboration is a perfect example of how different worlds can collide and kind of create something truly innovative. At its core, this story is about breaking barriers. It's about challenging the status quo and daring to imagine a future where sports and technology aren't just coexisting, but are interwoven into every aspect of our lives. Picture a scenario where fans can interact with their favorite athletes through blockchain-powered platforms, for example, or where every moment of a kind of game is recorded on an immutable ledger. Ensuring transparency and fairness. That's the kind of future that Vechain and 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗧 are hinting at here, and it's a future that's both exciting and, in many ways, inevitable. Of course, as we kind of have any groundbreaking venture, there are going to be some bumps along the way. Traditional media and skeptics continue to raise questions about the viability of a sport like slap fighting. And there will be debates, about whether blockchain technology can truly deliver on its promises of a fast-paced world that we've kind of live in terms of live sports, right? These are challenges that both Vechain and 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗧 will need to address head-on. And while the road ahead might be filled with obstacles, it's also paved with opportunities for innovation and growth. One key challenge is bridging the gap between hardcore crypto enthusiasts and mainstream sports fans. Crypto can often seem like a mysterious, technical subject that's hard to grasp for those who aren't kind of, steeped in digital jargon. The trick for Vechain is to translate that complexity into something accessible and exciting. And what better way to do that than by associating with a sport that's kind of as visceral and straightforward as, well, 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗧. Now, when you kind of watch a match, you don't need to understand the intricacies of blockchain technology to get swept away in the kind of adrenaline and of the moment, right? Instead, you're experiencing kind of the raw energy, the suspense, the sheer unpredictability of the sport. And that, in turn, can spark a curiosity to learn more about the technology that's powering it. Speaking of curiosity, let's not forget the numbers that kind of back up this whole venture. Over 22 million followers, 13 billion views, and counting. Right? These aren't just figures on a screen. They represent massive, engaged audience that's hungry for new and innovative forms of entertainment. In an era kind of where traditional sports viewerships is kind of facing stiff competition from digital platforms, having a built-in audience of this kind of magnitude is nothing short of a game changer. And it's kind of a signal to the entire industry that the old rules no longer apply, and that there's a new dynamic force at play. Now, the upcoming event, Vechain 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗧 12, is set to be kind of a defining moment in this kind of evolution, scheduled to take place at some of these, I think it's actually, Las Vegas is where it's going to be held. The event isn't just about, the slap fighting matches. It's actually about showcasing the power of a new era. For many, this will be a kind of first time that they see Vechain's branding integrated so deeply into a live sports event. And it's bound to kind of leave a lasting impression. And since the event will be streamed live on YouTube for free, the potential reach, at least potential reach of a global audience, is, well, enormous, right? This isn't just a local or national event. It's a worldwide celebration of innovation, entertainment, and an unbridled spirit of competition. Now, in many ways, this partnership between Vechain and 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗧 is a kind of a microcosm of kind of what's happening across industries. We're living in a time where the lines between digital and physical worlds are blurring. Technology is no longer just a tool, it's a driving force that shapes how we live, work, and play. And when you kind of combine that with the raw, unfiltered energy of sports, well, you get a recipe for something truly spectacular. It's like mixing the best ingredients for a blockbuster movie, right? A dash of high-tech brilliance, a pinch of, spirit, and a whole lot of heart. Now, there's also an educational angle here where it's kind of worth noting, right? For those of you who are new to the world of blockchain, this partnership could serve as a gateway into understanding how this technology can be applied in real-life scenarios. It's one thing to read about blockchain in a textbook, it's another to see it in action, integrated into something as tangible and as exciting as a live sports event. This hands-on demonstration of blockchain's potential could demystify the technology for many, making it more approachable and even inspiring a new generation of investors. Now, let's not overlook the role of social media in all of this. With millions of followers and billions of views already under the belt, 𝗕𝗪𝗪 has built a community that thrives on digital interaction. This isn't just passive viewership, it's an active and engaged audience that loves to kind of comment, share, and debate every aspect of the sport. In a way, this community is the kind of lifeblood of the partnership. As Vechain's branding becomes a familiar sight across these platforms, it won't just be about promoting a product or a token. It'll be about creating a cultural movement that's as interactive as it is influential. Of course, every story has its ups and its downs. The financial side of the deal, for instance, remains shrouded in mystery for now. Details like the exact financial terms and whether cryptocurrency was part of the transaction hasn't been disclosed yet. But that's part of the intrigue, isn't it, right? There's a sense of anticipation, a feeling that we're on the brink of something monumental. And in the coming weeks, as more details emerge, we can expect a flurry of analysis and discussions from both crypto experts and sports analysts alike. And whether those discussions are filled with praise or skepticism, one thing is certain. The partnership is already making waves and forcing people to rethink the possibilities of sports partnerships. Now, when we take a step back and take a look at the bigger picture, we're not just witnessing, not just another kind of single kind of deal here. It's kind of a paradigm shift, if you will. The way that we kind of experience sports is evolving, and partnerships like this one are at the forefront of that change. Vechain's foray into combat sports through 𝗕𝗪𝗪 is a bold statement that the future of sports and entertainment lies in the digital realm. It's kind of a future where technology and human endeavor come together to kind of create experiences that are richer, more dynamic, and more accessible than ever before. Now let's also talk about the future for a moment here. Imagine a world where every major sports event is powered by blockchain, where transparency and fairness aren't just buzzwords but guaranteed principles. Now, fans can have direct say in everything from voting on match outcomes to engaging in real-time betting with complete trust in the system. Athletes could benefit from smart contracts that ensure that they get paid instantly and fairly for every match, every win, every performance. It's a world where the kind of gap between fans and players is narrowing by technology, and where every interaction is secure and transparent. This isn't science fiction. It's a direction that partnerships like Vechain and 𝗕𝗪𝗪 are pushing us towards. Even the skeptics have to admit that there's kind of a magnetic pull to this idea. The old models of sports entertainment are kind of showing their age, and the digital world offers a more nimble, more innovative way to engage audiences. Sure, there are going to be some challenges ahead, like educating traditional fans about the benefits of blockchain, or overcoming the initial hurdles of integrating new technologies into established sports frameworks. But every great revolution comes with its fair share of resistance. History has shown us that those who dare to challenge the norm often pave the way for a brighter, more inclusive future. Now I know, some of you might be thinking, all this sounds too good to be true. Can blockchain really change the way that we watch sports? And that's a fair question. The answer isn't black and white either, But if we look at the trends, both in digital media consumption and in rapid growth of crypto adoption, well, the signs are there. Vechain's strategic move to partner with 𝗕𝗪𝗪 is a calculated risk, one that bets on the evolution of how we interact with content. It's not just about the sport, it's about creating a new ecosystem where technology enhances every aspect of the experience. At the heart of this story is the idea that innovation doesn't come from following the crowd, it comes from daring to be different. Vechain and 𝗕𝗪𝗪 are not content with doing things the traditional way. They're reimagining what a sports partnership can look like in the 21st century. They're blending high-stakes competition with high-tech solutions, and in doing so, they're opening up a world of possibilities for fans, athletes, and the industry as a whole. So let's think about it like this. Every time that you watch a match, at least a 𝗕𝗪𝗪 event, right? You're not just witnessing a competition, you're participating in a grand experiment. You're part of a community that's redefining entertainment, one slap at a time. Now, as more people tune in, as the kind of brand becomes more recognized, the numbers will grow even larger. You can bet that the impact will be far beyond just the world of kind of slap fighting. Now, it could very well be a catalyst for a kind of whole new era in sport, one where digital innovation is at the forefront of every decision. So, as we wrap our heads around all of this, let's take a moment to appreciate the sheer audacity of the move, if you will. Vechain's branding isn't just going to be on the sidelines. It's going to be woven into the very fabric of the sport. Every cheer, every reaction, every unexpected twist in the match will be a reminder that we're witnessing history in the making. And while the immediate financial impact on vets might seem small, the long-term implications for both Vechain and the broader blockchain industry could be massive. It's a classic case of planting seeds for future growth. Seeds that, with time and nurturing, could bloom into something truly extraordinary. Now, if you're still on the fence about whether this partnership is a game changer, just remember the power of innovation. Every big leap forward in any industry has come with a healthy dose of skepticism at first. But as the benefits become clear, the technology proves its worth. Those initial doubts melt away. Now, Vechain and 𝗕𝗪𝗪 are riding that wave of change, and they're inviting us all to be a part of it. Whether you're a die-hard sports fanatic, a tech geek, or simply someone who loves watching a good underdog story unfold, there's something here for you. Now, before we kind of close this video off, let's recap what we've kind of learned. Right, Vechain, a leader in blockchain technology, is teaming up with 𝗕𝗪𝗪, a digital-first, internet-fueled slap-fighting league spearheaded by Dana White. Now, this partnership marks a bold step towards, at least forwards, in kind of how sports and technology can emerge to kind of create a new kind of entertainment experience. This deal isn't just about putting a logo on an event. It's about integrating Vechain's brand and technology deeply into the fabric of a sport that's built on raw, unfiltered energy of the internet. From live events streamed on YouTube to potential future collaborations with heavyweight names like the UFC, this deal is setting the stage for what could be a massive shift in the sports world. So, what does this mean for you, the viewer? Well, it means that you're witnessing the birth of a new era, an era where technology and sports come together to create experiences that are more immersive, more interactive, and more in tune with the digital age. As 𝗕𝗪𝗪 grows and Vechain's blockchain technology becomes more integrated into everyday life, we might just be looking at the future of sports entertainment. A future where every match is not only a battle of strength and skill, but also a showcase of technological innovation and human ingenuity. Now, as we kind of move forward that kind of future, at least towards that future, I should say, there's a lot to be excited about, right? The collaboration between Vechain and 𝗕𝗪𝗪, it is more than just a business deal. It's a signal that the sports industry is ready to embrace change, to adapt, and to lead the way into a digital frontier. Now, and of course, it's important to understand that whether you're tuning in to kind of for the thrill of the match, the promise of cutting-edge technology, or simply to kind of see something totally unexpected, there's no doubt that you're in for one hell of a ride. The excitement is palatable, the stakes are high, and the potential for growth is enormous. Every slap, every cheer, every moment of glory on that digital stage is a step towards a future where sports are more than just games. They're a celebration of innovation, passion, and the relentless drive to push the boundaries of what is possible. So thanks for joining me today on this deep dive into one of the most intriguing partnerships in sports and tech history, right? If you're kind of fired up as I am about this new direction in entertainment, make sure to stick around for more updates. Do subscribe using the subscribe button down below. Don't forget to smash that like button so you don't miss any more updates when it comes to everything that's going on here, and it helps push this content to more like-minded individuals. And of course, if you want to know more about what is going on in the blockchain world, you're going to want to check out that video right there. It's one you don't want to miss.